Hi and welcome to another Pick a Card general reading. So today I'm doing a video that I have done a few times, but honestly, energy is so constant and forever changing. It's always good to do a refresher video. We're asking Spirit today for channeled messages from your person. This is going to be considered a timeless reading. So whenever this video finds you is when you are meant to see it. I just want to, before I get into it as well, really try to picture a specific person in mind before you pick your group. I know a lot of people find that sometimes the messages they receive are messages related to how they feel instead. So there's no such thing as coincidence. There's always a reason why these messages find you when they do. But just before you do pick your pile, really try to think of your person, your specific person in mind. This is intended to be a love reading, a romantic reading, but by all means, if it isn't that sort of connection for you, just take what resonates and don't let the rest take from you. Okay, so as usual, I have 3 groups. I'm using clothes pegs today because something different for a change. So group 1, you have this blue plastic clothes peg. The lighting today is a bit odd too because we've got rain where I live, so it's going to be very challenging natural lighting. I'm going to try not to block the light. Group 2, you have this pink clothes peg, if it will focus. There we go. And group 3, you have this wooden clothes peg. Again, are you going to focus? There we go. So those are the 3 groups. Pause the video here if you must. When you know which group you're feeling more called to, check the description box below and join me in your reading. Hi group 1 and welcome. If you chose this blue clothes peg, then this is your reading. So I hope you started or chose this group with a specific person in mind. Today we are asking Spirit for channeled messages from your person. If this is intended to be a romantic reading, but by all means, if it's not that sort of connection for you, just take what resonates and don't let the rest take from you. I do not believe in coincidences, so there is definitely a reason as to why you are here. Now, your group also has 2 songs which are linked in the description box below. You may choose to either watch those songs before your reading or during or after. It's up to you. Maybe you just want to look up the lyrics because there could be additional messages in those lyrics for you as well. And your first song surprised me. I wasn't prepared for it. It was a lovely surprise. It's really early here in the morning, so not what I expected, but exactly what I needed. All right, so we're going to try to get into the messages. So Spirit, group 1's person. What would group 1's person say to them right now if they could say anything? I'm going to get all your cards out and then I'll try to channel them first. Person. What would group 1's person say to them? What does group 1's person say to them? Oh, I see. It's one way to get a message, isn't it? Just fall out. We'll move these up a little bit. I'm going to do 3 rows of 3 because these are huge cards. So, oh, you want me to take these cards? No, sorry. I'm going to shuffle them. You bring me others, please. Group 1's person, Spirit. What would group 1's person say to them if they could say anything? Let's see. Group 1's person say to them if they could say anything, Spirit. Group 1's person say to them if they could say. Are we taking that? All right. Interesting. Now, bottom deck energy for you is the 4 of Swords reversed. And I'm going to show you the cards as I'm channeling them too, so that you know exactly which cards appeared in your reading. Okay. All right. I'm just going to get straight into it. Group 1. I can't do this cycle of pain anymore. This lack of open, honest communication is so frustrating for me. My heart knows what it wants, but it's like my head is telling me I can't have it, and I can't keep listening to that voice anymore. I know I've caused us pain and that this situation isn't easy. I feel you in my heart every single day, and I know that we can't do this any longer, but at this stage I'm also struggling with how to get out of this period, out of this cycle. I want to end it, I really do. I'm sorry for how I treated you in the past. I'm so sorry for what happened, and I know that we needed that time to really heal from what happened and to understand this in our own ways. It really feels like, in a way, and I know it's easy for me to say that, but everything does happen for a reason. And I know that I did cause you pain and that this situation wasn't easy for you. Trust me, all that I wanted to do was to hold you and to tell you how important you are to me and how hard it was for me to know that I was the one who caused pain towards you. I feel so strongly towards you. You are always in my heart. You feel like somebody I've known before, and I recognize you now as a strong individual person who I would be ever grateful to share my life with. I know that you are someone who, no matter how hard I try, I won't be able to forget, and you're always going to be there. You are always there in the back of my mind. I want to make this up to you. I feel like I need to apologize to you, and I want to come forward and tell you my feelings. I really do. I want to end this cycle of non-honest communication, and I want to tell you how I feel. I do struggle with change, and my behavior wasn't a reflection of how I feel towards you. God knows this hasn't been an easy moment. My life right now is really challenging, and I don't at all feel secure or stable. I'm really struggling to cope with this change, and I know that I need to do this, and I know that what's happened to me isn't your fault, but the way that I've been treating you is a reflection of other circumstances that are really stressing me out. I get very anxious when I feel like I'm not secure, and I'm someone who needs to feel like I'm in control, and right now my life feels like it is out of control. I do have to reorganize and restructure some things, and my energy is off right now. If you can pick up on that, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for you to feel my anger or my confusion or my hurt and frustration. I'm just so frustrated all the time. I wish it was easier, but I know that I can't blame anyone for what is happening. It's just frustrating because everything that I wanted seems to be leaving my line of sight. I just really feel like I'm out of control, and I didn't want to lose any of these things. More than anything, I didn't want to lose you, and I know that at times what I do or don't do really makes you feel insecure in this connection as well. So I am trying to be mindful of how I act and how much I say, and I don't ever mean to let that frustration come out on you, but I am really struggling with this lack of control. I can't really talk effectively right now. If you notice me disappearing, it's not because I feel like I need to get you out of my life. It's nothing you have done. It's just that I don't want to say the wrong things, and I'm really struggling to do the right thing right now. It really feels like I don't know anything, if I'm honest. I feel like I'm not as strong as I could be, And I really need to think about this for some time before I can actually move forward in my life in general. Again, it's nothing that you have done. It's just my life in general right now is really stressing me out. And I feel like I have so many decisions to make. I want to make these decisions logically, but I don't feel like I have all the answers yet. So if I have disappeared, or if I have sort of flown under the radar and you've noticed me withdraw, it's nothing that you've done. It's just that I have to figure my life out and really get through this tricky situation. If anything, I've been thinking about you so much, so much. It's hard though, because I can't really give you what you deserve right now. And it's going to take me time. I don't know how much time, because the things that are affecting this situation are out of my control. And honestly, I haven't been able to predict anything this year. So I just feel like nothing else is going to be in my control either. I am doing my best though. I'm really working hard to become a trustworthy person that you can rely on, and someone who is able to give you exactly what you deserve. In my opinion, you are so incredible and you have so many options, and you probably would find someone else who can give you what you deserve right now. But I really want to be that person. I'm not asking you to wait, but I'm just telling you that right now it's going to take me time to become everything that you deserve. And it causes me pain thinking about that, because I know that this isn't fair for you. It honestly keeps me up at night thinking about how easy it is for me to lose you because of what's going on in my life, and how my situation is holding me back from you. Honestly, I get so consumed by my fears, and nighttime is a really difficult time for me. I always think about you right before bed, when all the distractions are gone and when I'm not forced to pay attention to work or just the general white noise of my daily routine. That's when I think about you the most, and in my heart I feel like I've already lost you. I just want you to be happy though, and I'm really just playing into my own fears right now. I can't see a way out. I can't see a way forward. Honestly, I just feel like I have no control in this situation. I am waiting to be freed, but I don't want to pull you into this negative energy, and it's easier for me to hold back and not talk rather than tell you what is actually going on, because this pain is not your fault, but thinking about what I'm losing because of all of this, and the fact that I'm losing you as well, I could be losing you, contributes to that pain. And I'm sorry if you do pick up on it, but the reason why I hold back is because I don't want you to feel that pain vicariously. I don't want to inflict that pain upon you as well. So I don't want to dwell in this energy forever. I really want to get out of it. I really want to step out, and I'm really waiting. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to work through my fears. I'm trying to figure out and strategize how to come out of this. But right now, I'm literally just waiting for the support I need to get me out of this. I don't want to dwell in this. I don't want to feel like this forever. I want to move forward. I want to achieve. I want to be with you. I want to be closer to you. I want to hear your voice again. But I'm really just waiting for that opportunity now, and to try to figure out a plan of how to get my life back on track and how to feel in control again. So group 1, that is what I'm seeing for you. Holy heck, your person is going through a lot. I'm just going to clarify some of these energies with my Queen Slipper deck as well. Your 2 songs are down below. The first song was Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard, and the second song was Carmen by Lana Del Rey. So honestly, that combined with this, you thinking of you in this beautiful soulmate way is almost like an escape for your person. They seem to have so much going on in their life. Like, honestly, the main message that came through in all of the cards was that they didn't mean to vicariously cause you pain. Like that what they're doing right now, or the reason why they've withdrawn, or why you aren't able to communicate with them as often as you would like to, is not your fault. It's nothing you did. It's just that your person is quite a stable person. They do feel very masculine, whether they're a man or not. They just feel like the kind of person who strives on stability in general. They like to be in control. And I mean, that's most of us. most of us don't cope well with change. But it feels like with this Four of Spring reversed, your person has had to physically move. They've had disruptions in their home life, okay? The Four of Spring is usually a card of celebration, stability, community. It can indicate your home situation, and they feel so unbalanced right now. There's a lot of fear. They could be, it just feels like their little cocoon of safety is crumbling, and they're going to have to make some really intense decisions that they're not comfortable with. And the main thing here is that they feel like they're losing you as well. They really do. They're trying not to focus on that. In fact, the only time they really feel it is at night, because it feels like during the day their life is so distracting. So can I clarify this column here, Spirit? Is there anything else I may have missed? Any other messages for group 1? We have the Nine of Swords again with that 10 of Swords. Dreams. So they dream about you, group 1. Subconsciously, it's like you were always in the back of their mind. Some of you may have not heard from this person in quite some time. That's not a true reflection for how they actually feel. You're someone who is always on their mind, and I feel like they daydream about you in order to cope with the pain that they're experiencing right now. They have kept their feelings hidden from you. I feel like they want to end that, and they want to express themselves. They don't want to feel, it's actually causing them pain, keeping their emotions in. They want to express. Can I clarify the Two of Cups, please? Why is the Two of Cups here? We have the Fool. So once this person feels more in control of their situation, that doesn't necessarily mean that they need to be a millionaire. With that Knight of Pentacles, the main roadblock here is timing, because they don't know how long it's going to take for them to feel more confident. And confidence for them doesn't mean, again, that they need a lot of wealth. They just need to feel more secure and more stable. Once that happens, their intentions are to take a leap of faith towards you. With this Two of Cups and the Fool card, they want to tell you how they truly feel. They have this desire to express to you what they're feeling, and they are going to be vulnerable. I know some people don't like that word, but they are going to open up their heart space to you, and in an attempt to just truly liberate themselves as well. It's going to be a beautiful moment if you feel the same way. We have the Three of Swords down the bottom here. Why is that in this reading? Why is the Three of Swords in this reading, Spirit? We have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so this is a Seven of Swords. It is technically upright, but listen, on this card, I've written nostalgia, reflect, and uncertain counsel. So it does feel like this person's actions in the past left you thinking that, or feeling as though they were deceptive, and they may have done something that made you question their character. Their behavior has left you feeling as though you don't know them as well as you thought you did, or perhaps you were wrong about the type of person they were or what their intentions were. Something that they did physically has hurt you, essentially, and they think about this a lot. It's something that definitely happened in the past. It could be the recent past, but with that nostalgia card, it leaves them with a heavy feeling in their stomach, and they try to think about the good stuff as well, but at the same time, they really feel like they owe you an apology with that Three of Swords. They think they could have done more to reassure you as to the kind of person they were. Excuse me, I'm just wiping my nose. Oh, I always film this first thing in the morning when I'm a bit sniffly. And they just feel like they could have done more to really just show you what their intentions were. And their intentions were genuine. They actually want to move towards you. For some of you as well, with this placement being beneath the Fool card, it could indicate that they need to sneak back into your life. Like, they're going to be surprising you. They're going to sneak back in because on one hand, they're concerned that your heart space isn't open to them anymore. And on the other hand, it could be that there is actually a third party involved. Only take that if it resonates. But it just feels like there's a painful blockage that they need to overcome in order to take this leap of faith. And once that's cleared, they're going to feel liberated and free. So we have the Four of Spring reverse, which is the Four of Wands. Oh, and we got the Seven. So 7 is significant for you at this point in time. This is about overcoming adversity and challenges. But this Seven of Pentacles is a slow-moving card. So the challenge here is the test of time, patience, knowing or trusting that what you've invested is enough in order to reap the rewards, slow but steady as well. This indicates hard work. So your person is feeling very stuck right now, but they're not giving up. Although they've experienced a lot of change, and although their energy is imbalanced and they feel like they don't know what the outcome of the situation is, and I'm talking about the connection here as well, it does feel like they're going to overcome that because they are so invested in making this work. They are a patient person with a very determined mind, honestly. Like, they don't give up easily. This is what they want and they're going to make it happen. Why is the Four of Pentacles in this reading? Why is the Four of Pentacles in this reading? We have the Six of Cups reversed. Yeah. Four of Pentacles energy is often talking about someone who hoards, or this feeling of not wanting to let something go, essentially. And with the Six of Cups clarifying it in the reverse position, they're feeling very stuck right now. They feel like they have no options. They don't really know how to overcome their current situation. They don't know how to get through this. And they're very worried that they're going to lose something that they're very much attached to, which is you. Honestly, group one, their heart space is very invested in you. They're very worried though, because they know right now that they can't give you what you deserve, and so they feel really stuck. Also, that's a message that they're very invested in you, group one. There is no one else that they want to be with right now other than you. So we have the King of Swords here reversed. Why? Oops. Why? The Hanged Man, yeah. They need more information. They've dived deep within themselves. The King of Swords reversed sometimes gives me Hermit energy as well. Someone who is really withdrawn. Their actions don't always make sense. They're someone who is usually fairly controlled. They either take a long leave of absence, essentially, or they act really erratically, and you're like, whoa, that's out of character for that person. What does that even mean? So for them to be clarified by the Hanged Man, it really feels like this person has become quite withdrawn, like pre-Hermit energy. This is someone who is really flying below the radar. They're not talking to a lot of people at all. They're not doing much at all. They just feel like they need to hold back, hang back, and just really figure out these answers. And they're seeking answers from within, as well as from the limited contacts they're having with other people. More than anything, though, they're in a position where they're able to be more open to advice from the universe, and the universe is trying to help them make a decision here. But in order to do that, they need to be stuck, so to speak, first. They need to be less active. I feel like this is someone who can get very distracted by their daily routine. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here, Spirit? They're quite protective of you. We have success without happiness, the Five of Swords, possible social misfortune. Yeah, it feels like there's so much else going on in the background here that is causing this offer, because they want to offer you something. They're very protective of you. They want to be someone that you can rely on, someone who's trustworthy. They want to be committed to you. But it does feel like there are other factors influencing this movement. And knights often present things, so they want to present you with an offer, but it's frustrating. It's so frustrating for them because there's a lot of change going on around them with this 5 number. 5s really feel like change for me. And all this change is limiting their opportunities to come forward. It's exhausting because they don't know when this is going to resolve itself. And for a lot of you, the top of that card says success without happiness. So your person is experiencing like the tail end of their misfortune. They're coming out and they're starting to see the light. But it's like the more success they have, the more unhappy they feel because they don't get to share that with you. It's like their life is beginning to feel less and less meaningful because they don't have someone to celebrate and share these successes with. Why is the 9 of Swords here? We have the 10 of Swords We had the Ten of Swords clarified by the Nine of Swords. Now the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Swords. So this is someone who is really overthinking. They think about you a lot. You're always on their mind, group one. They've made a martyr of their own misfortune, though. They were stuck in a victim mentality at one point in time. They're not necessarily there anymore, which is why the Eight of Swords was at the bottom here underneath that Nine of Swords, because it did feel like at one point they were really down on themselves and they had really struggled with their self-esteem. They kind of felt like what they were doing was just like they really just felt heavily tied to that victim mentality, and it was hard for them to see a way out. It was really hard for them to release that negative thinking, but they have done it. This card is just saying that they do think about you a lot. They really are quite attached to you mentally, and that was a burden in the past because they were consumed by their own thoughts and they weren't able to be more forward thinking. They weren't able to be proactive here. They really felt like a victim to their circumstances, if I'm honest. We have the Eight of Swords here. Why? The Knight of Cups, yeah. So in the past, it feels like they may have had the opportunity to express their emotions to you or to offer you a token of how they feel about you. They almost want to give you something. I'm not going to lie. It feels like they really want to give you something. But as I was saying, the Knights are people who present things. They present offers, whereas your Page is more of a message. So they really want to present you with an offer here. And it feels like with this clarifying that Eight of Swords, something that helped them get out of those dark times was this idea that one day they'll be able to have this with you. It's just thinking of the past as well, that whatever past you shared. But it also just feels like that's something that got them out of this was their strong emotional connection to you and wanting to explore that further, because honestly it feels like they didn't have an opportunity to. It feels like they want to explore their emotions with you further. They really want to be romantic with you and express themselves in that way with you. And I don't know if they've had many experiences with being romantic either, so it's something that they really want to explore with you. Bottom deck energy is the Five of Cups reversed, focusing on loss. So they're still struggling with their emotions, as they were saying in the channeled messages. So that is something that causes them to hesitate to come forward right now. They feel like they're still overcoming their challenges, but they will. They're quite determined to. So can I get any other channeled messages from Group 1's person? What would Group 1's person say to them if they could say anything? We have, you are so beautiful. Why do you need me? This person still feels like they need to do more or be more in order to be a person that you deserve. They've really put you, I hate saying that, but they have put you on this sort of pedestal with this Nine of Pentacles. You are above them. I'm just hearing that Tal Bachman song too. She's so high above me. It just, and you may not be a female, but it just feels like this person has put you on this special shelf and they're working their way up towards you. We have, I am manifesting you. Yes, so you are something that helps them get through these tricky moments, and they really want this to work. They hate that it's taking them so long, and it's honestly not them. It's really their circumstances. They're trying to overcome a lot of challenges right now. What else would Group 1's person say to them? We have, you are right. So perhaps that's something that you needed to hear. You might have had a conversation that left you feeling like they didn't care about you, or something was said and it made you wonder what their intentions actually were. But they want you to know you are right. This is a confirmation from the universe as well. This is more of like a universe message. Just telling you to trust what you are feeling. You are right. Your intuition is right. And we have time to ground yourself. So this person is really trying to be productive and practical here. They're trying to make movement forward. They're really trying to get out of this negative victim mentality, and they're trying to make lemonade out of their lemons, essentially. What else? We have, you are so very special, the World card. So this is reaching a culminating event, essentially. This is the end of a tough cycle with that Ten of Swords. They're really working on balancing out their own karma in order to make room for you in their life. But they want you to know that you are so very special, and you have been a driving force behind their inspiration to get out of this. They are definitely in a practical mentality at the moment, though, with that Saturn energy of the World card. What else would Group 1's person say to them? What else would Group 1's person say to them? I'm open to compromise. So they want to tell you how they feel. This is the Two of Cups card. They really want to express themselves to you. They want to know what you want as well and what would make you happy. They also don't want to rush this because they feel like they have put you in a position where you've either had to wait a long time or you've been in the dark about their feelings. So they're really curious. They're going to open up to you, but they're going to really leave the ball in your court, and they want to know what you want and if there's anything they can do to make it up to you as well, because I feel like you guys have a lot of time to make up for, essentially. But this is the Two of Cups again, so it's confirming that beautiful soul connection, that soulmate energy, this feeling of wanting to work on the friendship as well, taking time to understand each other's needs and appreciating each other as individuals in order to create this union. Bottom deck energy is the 10 of Pentacles. You are my everything. So this is a very practical person. This is someone who may have a lot of earth energy in their charts. They could also have a lot of fixed energy with that fear of change. I don't necessarily see them as being like a cardinal sign, but they definitely have a lot of pentacles and fixed energy here. Okay, so Group 1 spirit, what is the advice for Group 1? How do they move forward from this, in this connection? What is the advice for Group 1? What is the advice for Group 1, please, spirit? We have 5 of Swords reversed. Excuse me. We have the 5 of Swords reversed, win or lose. So it is important that you release the expectations here over timing and communication. I'm sorry, Group 1, but your person's, this situation involves many, many different challenges, and it's not as simple as connecting in order to speak to each other. Like, there's a lot of loose ends that your person has to tie up. And it's just something that is quite overwhelming for them. So it's, yes, it could be easy, technically speaking. It is easy to pick up a phone and to call someone, but it's not that easy because it's not a simple action. This is someone who gets quite frazzled when there's a lot of change. They get quite anxious, and this anxiety creates a lot of fear, and before they know it, they have no options. So Spirit is really working on building this person's confidence up and reminding them to stay grounded and practical and to not let their anxiety limit their potential here, because it's really that anxious nagging that stops them from achieving. So while they're battling with themselves, essentially, while they're battling with their circumstances, Spirit is really encouraging you to release that expectation of communication, because in that moment, when you do surrender, the timing of this as well, it's like that's when you're going to get your answer. I know that that's frustrating, but that's what I'm picking up with that 5 of Swords reverse. Also, you will definitely get an outcome. There's no uncertainty here of, am we going to win or lose? You're going to win. You are going to get that successful outcome, and communication is definitely coming. Group 1, we have base chakra reversed. So it is important that you... Why is it reversed though? Spirit is sort of indicating that there has been a lot of change in your situation as well, your circumstances. And you may be feeling uprooted. You may be feeling like your feet aren't touching the ground some days, like you're struggling to keep your head above water even. Archangel Michael is a wonderful person to call on for help if you feel really unearthed and you feel like you're not coping well and you don't know where you're going or what's going on around you. But the root chakra reversed is just an indication to really, really ground yourself and to not focus on the bigger picture, to get more simple in order to get practical. I know it's easier said than done, Group 1, but it's about focusing on what you can control and not what you can't control, you know, and really releasing those other things that you cannot control, because they can take up a lot of energy and a lot of time, and before you know it, you're exhausted before you've even started your day. So it may be helpful for you to call on Archangel Michael to assist you with helping you feel more on track, more able to take on your challenges as well. But this card, more than anything, is telling you to focus on the little steps. You don't need to worry about the big picture right now. Just focus on the simple things, like being able to get up in the morning, being able to start your day with a positive attitude. Sometimes that's the only thing we need to focus on, because if we start our day with a negative attitude, everything else becomes negative. So really just focus on the little things here. That's all. That's the main thing that Spirit wants you to know. And we have the 5 reversed, Hierophant reversed. So I feel like you're struggling with some sort of system right now. It could be that you feel like you're disadvantaged. You've been left out of something. In general, it could be that you are struggling with change as well, with this challenge you're struggling to see how you're going to overcome this, but also like why this has happened to you. Why did I have to experience this? Why is this my life? Why was this given to me? Spirit is indicating with this card that this is a learning moment, and also that there are other people around you that are able to offer you support. With this card, there is someone who can give you advice on how to get through this situation. And it may not be this connection. Perhaps you want to keep the connection private. That's fine. But it seems like there's a situation in your life that you're really struggling to overcome. And Spirit's indicating that there is someone you can ask for advice. This could be a professional. This could be a friend. This could be a family member. This could be a work acquaintance. But Spirit is saying, please do not isolate yourself, and do reach out for help if you need it. Is there anything else we can offer Group 1? What else? What other advice, Spirit? You are going to overcome this challenge of change, okay? We have share the love. Don't be afraid to extend your heart space. When the time comes to express yourself and to express your needs, do not hesitate. I know it's challenging when you feel like the world is literally spitting in your face and you're really struggling with everything that's happening around you, but Spirit is indicating that you do have an opportunity here to feel more connected to your heart's needs. And it's important that you try your best to keep your heart space open here. We have manifest. So you are powerful. You have all the tools you need to overcome this. And sometimes, again, I'm just drawn to that number 1 here. It's about focusing on the simple things, faking it until you make it, essentially. But just the simple things, like trying your best to start your day with a positive attitude. Not the big picture, because we can't look at the big picture right now. It's too much. Just a reminder with this card that you are powerful and you have all the tools you need to succeed. If you are struggling, do not hesitate to reach out and express yourself. Find help. Don't isolate yourself unhealthily. There's a difference between needing time off in order to gain introspective wisdom versus isolating yourself because you can't overcome your pain. Bottom deck energy is the crown chakra. So your spirit guides, your loved ones who are watching over you, they're wanting to connect with you. There are messages being offered to you through synchronistic events. It could be songs. It could be certain numbers, sequences. It could be people that keep popping up in your life. There's something that they're trying to help you with right now. And it's really important that you pay attention to those messages with the crown chakra. You're never alone, Group 1. And there's so many people who want you to succeed, especially Archangel Michael. So Group 1, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that helped you or gave you more information in order to move forward and make an informed decision in your own life. Please look after yourself, Group 1. Stay safe, and I will see you in another video. Bye. Hi, and welcome, Group 2. If you chose this pink clothes peg, I should say. Let's get specific there. Then this is your reading. So I'm going to chuck that over there for now. We'll leave it in the corner. We're getting channeled messages today from your person, from Spirit, if that makes sense. So we're going to start with the Animal Tarot. These are huge cards, so I'm going to lay them 3 by 3, and then we'll get some other clarifying cards just in case I miss anything when I'm channeling your person's energy. And then we're also going to get more channeled messages and advice from Spirit as well. So you do have 2 songs, Group 2, in the description box below as well. what was I going to say? I initially started with one song each, but it seems that because we're so big now, for whatever reason, we're being offered 2 songs, just in case. So there may be initial messages in the lyrics of those songs for you about your person. I haven't started yet. So group 2, Spirit, what would group 2's person want to say to them if they could say anything right now? That makes sense. We have the Devil card as your first card. We have the 9 of Pentacles reversed as your second. This one apparently. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Prince of Spring, which is the Knight of Wands. Oh my goodness. We also have the 10 of Cups reversed, the Hierophant reversed, the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Oh, interesting energy. What is going on? Why do we... Can I get 2 more cards, please? Two more cards, please, for Group 2's person. What would they say to them if they could say anything? Group 2's person, please. Oops. Okay, we got our 2 cards. So we have the Page of Cups over here, and then the Page of Pentacles over there. Oh my days. All right, so bottom deck energy for you is the 12. Oh, where is my head at? We have the Hanged Man reversed as your bottom deck energy, which looks like it's in the upright when you look at it like that. So this is the Giraffe. It's also called the Awakening card in this deck, but it is the Hanged Man, this idea of a fresh perspective. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. I feel like I've been living my life wrong this whole time. I don't know how the hell I was so stupid, and I don't like to talk badly about myself. I really don't. I'm actually quite a proud person, but how the hell did I let this happen to me? I feel so trapped and yet so liberated at the same time. I know exactly what I want, but it feels like I can't get it, and it's making me even more frustrated. I want to break out of these chains. I want to come towards you. I want to move towards you so passionately. There's so much I need to show you. There's so much I need to express with you. I really just need you. I miss you. I crave you. You're like my guilty pleasure. Right now is just... And I don't know if it's because I can't have you right now that it makes me want you more, but I'm feeling so impatient and restless. I just need you. You are my addiction. You are everything that I crave. The main thing that I think about when I wake up, when I go to sleep. And it's just making it so much harder to be where I'm at right now. I can't think of anything else except that moment when we do reunite and we have that opportunity to show and tell each other how we truly feel, the passion we're going to share. I can't wait, and I just need to figure out a way to get there. I'm so restless and stuck, and I just need to get out. I'm worried, though. I'm worried about a couple of things. I'm worried that you aren't as free as you led me to believe. I'm worried there's somebody else in the picture. I'm worried that you don't want me. I'm concerned that you're so independent, that you're so happy with your life. I could lose everything by trying to get you, only to realize that you don't even want me. I'm really, really worried because honestly, as much as this is physical for me and as obsessively addicted to you as I am, my heart space cannot get hurt again. And if I invest all of this into you only to find that you don't want the same thing, it could ruin me. I don't know what you want, and it's really making it hard to figure out how to get to you as well. I feel like I need to know more. I feel like I can't be as confident and as passionately overt as I want to be. I feel like I need to pretend that I'm not as interested in you as I am, just to figure out if you are as interested in me as I am interested in you. And it really is annoying. I don't like playing these mind games. I just want to know the truth. I just want to know how you feel and if you're feeling the same thing that I am. It really feels like I can't talk to you right now. I want to tell you everything, but I'm scared that it's all a lie. And honestly, that's the main reason why I haven't reached out to you yet, is because I'm scared that it's all a lie and that I will get hurt and that I could lose everything, because it would require me to sacrifice a lot in order to do this. And honestly, in the middle of everything, I want this with you. I want happiness. I want fulfillment. I want a future. I want expressive love. I want to show you and tell you and not even have to prove. You'll just know how important and special you are to me. But I'm terrified that you don't feel the same way. And that is such a big risk to take. If you don't feel that way, it could really ruin me. And it could ruin everything that I've created. I'm trying to trust my gut. I'm trying to trust my intuition. I'm trying to trust that all of this is happening for a reason. I'm trying to trust the fact that I can't stop thinking about you for a reason. I know that there are secrets in this connection, and I know that there's more than meets the eye here. You probably have things you want to tell me too. I am struggling to have this trust, though, to have this faith, so to speak, to really be in this position where I'm open to failure, because that's what this means. This could be the most incredible thing to ever happen to me, but at the same time, it could completely ruin me, and that's the trust that I need to have. I am struggling with it, but at the same time, I don't know how much longer I can be a slave to this situation. It feels like I'm trapped. I'm so stuck. I can't stay here, and yet I can't move forward, and I just want to get out of this. I'm so impatient and restless. I don't know if you want this unity, if you want this union. It's like getting close to you means that I could get hurt, but not getting close to you means that I'll never have what I want. And that's my own cross to bear. I need to figure that out for myself. But for now, I just want you to know that I'm working on it. I'm trying to get through this. I'm trying to make myself available to you. I know that I haven't always been available to you. I'm trying to figure this out. I know that I probably haven't been talking to you as often as I could be, but it's not just you. I've withdrawn from a lot of people. It actually feels like I can't talk to anyone about this when I usually would. I'm really trying to get as much information as possible in order to move forward, and I do plan on moving forward. I want to get this situation off the ground and out of my head. I want to ground this guilty pleasure, everything that I've been thinking about. I want to show you how much you mean to me. But right now, it's like I can't trust anyone. I can't tell anyone about this because they won't understand. And I just feel like there's more than meets the eye here. There's so much I don't know. And it's that unknown that is really causing me to feel stuck as well, because there's so much fear there where there's no real knowledge. I just want to know more. Despite all of this, despite my own anxiety, my own fear, and my own battle that I'm fighting within myself, I do plan on telling you or explaining where the hell I've been and what I've been doing. And I really do just want to be around you again. I really do miss you. I want to see you again, and I want to see if we can have an opportunity to talk about this. And I really want to know what you want. I really do. I think that will help me figure out how to make it happen then. I just want to know that you want the same thing before I'm able to give you everything that I plan on giving you. So I just want to be around you. I want to see you. I want to hear you again. I miss being around you. I miss your smell, your touch, and I just really want to taste you as well. I'm trying to work through this. I know that it's all there's a lot going on in my head, and I'm trying to work through this. I want to be happy. I want you. I can't stop thinking about you, but I just need to figure out how the hell to get there. And I'm really struggling right now. I feel so stuck. I want to ground this though. I feel so silly and so stupid because of how long it took for me to figure this out, but I'm getting there. Okay, group 2, that is what I'm seeing for you. Your person is like, oh my gosh, I don't like saying anything. Like I'm not like the kind of person who self-deprecates, because it leads me down a terrible hole of insecurity. So it was really hard to say those things, but your person is just really trying to figure themselves out. If I'm honest, like they think a million miles an hour in their heads, and these feelings are not grounded at all. Like there is so much restlessness in this spread, especially here with the Devil card, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Your person feels so like, oh my gosh, they just want to do something. They're so impulsive. They're so sexually charged as well. So your 2 songs are in the description box below, and both of them talk about addiction. Both of your songs, well, one of the songs is literally called Drug Dealer. So when that song came up for you, I was like, oh no, oh my gosh, really? How is this a love message? But then it kind of makes sense. Like, and the pace of that song as well is how your person's mind is. That song is really fast paced. It's like a and it feels like that's what your person is like from dawn till dusk. They're just go, 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 go. They're very frustrated. They're sexually frustrated. They're just on edge. They're so like, and they're trying to be, so they are a spiritual, intuitive person, group 2, with the High Priestess card here. This card was initially reversed, so I feel like they're struggling, but they are a spiritual person. They're just struggling to tap into that inner knowing though, with the Hierophant card reversed. They feel like they can't talk to anyone about this, and they also haven't realized the extent of this connection. This connection was put in their life to trigger them to embrace other aspects of their spirituality. It's not about putting a label on their spirituality, but they were meant to understand just how connected they are to spirit. And they're still kind of struggling with that because they're in such a physical energy right now. They are really worried here in the middle, not going to lie, with that 9 of Pentacles reversed and the 10 of Cups reversed with the Page of Cups. It feels like either they in the past or are currently in a other commitment. It may not be a person. It's just something that is taking up a lot of time. Or they genuinely feel like you are, or like you don't want a commitment right now. They feel like you're not available to them, which is why initially they are also confused as to why, it's just a really, something that they've thought about is the only reason I'm so attracted to this person, because I can't have them. That is a question they've asked themselves. But as time has gone on, the attraction is only intensified, and they really feel like you are someone they're never going to forget about. They feel like you're their drug. Like they need a hit. They need to have you. And honestly, part of them believes that if they can just be with you sexually or physically, then they'll be fine. Then they can go and live their life again. But another part of them knows that their heart space is so ready to have you. What is holding them back from being open to love right now is this fear that you don't want that, this fear that you don't feel the same. They're thinking to themselves, oh, well, if I can't have their heart, at least I can have their body. They don't realize that you may feel the same way. And it's almost like they're conditioning themselves here because there's so much fear of failure. It's like instead of letting you hurt them, they're hurting themselves now. To tell them and telling themselves that it's okay, even if you don't want them that way, like that they can settle with a physical moment. Like, oh, I have a feeling that if the two of you do get the chance to be together in that way, you're going to realize very quickly that this person has wanted you for a very long time. Like, they are just a very physical person, and that moment is going to be a lot more than just a cheap minute, you know. It's gonna be intense. There's a lot of major arcana cards in your spread as well. It really feels like your person has a lot going on in their life and they're kind of using you as a distraction, but at the same time they're not realizing that you're the guiding star here, if that makes sense. Like, all roads lead to you, all signs point to you, and they're not really realizing that. Like, they're kind of seeing it as, oh, I just have so much going on in my life right now, like, look at all of this, and yet all of those things lead to you. They're not really seeing that yet. I was going to clarify this energy, but I think that's everything. I'm just going to get some more channeled messages from my own deck, and then we'll get some initials for you guys. I didn't actually get initials for group one, so my apologies, but that group was a very long reading. We're early, so I'm gonna do that for you. Sorry if you've cross-watched two groups here. Sorry, group one, but you guys were very lengthy. All right, so channeled messages for group two, Spirit. What would group two's person say to them if they could say anything? Oh, excuse me, no, that's like 20 cards. What would group two's person say to them if they could say anything? Here we go. We have, you are my everything. Maybe. Doesn't that just speak for this card? That is my 10 of Cups card, actually. I think it's a 10 of Pentacles sometimes, but it's a 10. You are my everything. Maybe. It's like, oh, I really want this. And then it's like, ooh, but they could hurt me. Maybe. Maybe I do. Like... Oh gosh, they're so conflicted. And honestly, it's not that they're conflicted about you. They know how they feel, but they are like conditioning themselves. They're like, oh, just in case. And I don't think that's what they're saying, but that's what they're doing. Just in case this person rejects me, I'm going to keep my heart here. Like, I'm keeping it closed. You are my everything. Maybe. That's hilarious. Group two's person, Spirit. What would they say to group two if they could say anything? We have... Oh, is there anything else in here? Oops. Yes, we have two. Oh my god, look at this. This is so true. Let me just chuck that down there. We have, what do you want? Words do hurt. This person is very fragile. They present themselves as being so strong and so confident and so, like, magnetic. Like, they're just a very, oh, they just feel so charming. I'm not going to lie. But they're saying here that you could really ruin them. Like, if you don't want them, if you don't want this, if you rejected them emotionally, they would feel destroyed. If you rejected them physically, it would be a heavy hit, but it would be less painful because they know that you're not rejecting their true self, if that makes sense. And it says more about you than it does about them. If you reject them in a sexual way, it's kind of like, oh, well, at least that person has standards, you know, like... But if you rejected them emotionally, it would destroy them. It would really destroy them. They really want to know, what do you want, before they actually open themselves up to you and tell you that they picture this future with you. They picture their 10 of Cups emotional fulfillment and happiness with you. So what would group two's person say to them if they could say anything? We have communication, an opportunity to communicate with you, I feel like they have to disclose the truth. I really do. There is fear there. The aces can indicate, the swords, sorry, can indicate overthinking, fear caused by overthinking. But an ace is an opportunity. So this is also a guidance from the universe indicating that there is going to be an opportunity for the two of you to communicate. Again, this isn't a promise, but it can be the opportunity for the two of you to tell each other how you feel, to be around each other again, and to open up to each other if that's what you want. Group two's person, what would they say to them? We have now is not the time. So it does feel like your person is hectically juggling a lot. Like they're 100 miles, what did I say, 1,000,000 miles an hour, like in their head. It's just racing. They're really trying to like do a lot. And they don't realize that like it's all very well linked. Like they're very sexually frustrated as well. As a side note, group two, but it just feels like right now they've got really long days, they're really busy days. They're very much focused on achieving and ticking boxes right now. I do feel like you're going to have this opportunity though. Bottom deck energy is the Devil card. I'm obsessed with your body. So you are this person's guilty pleasure. You are their addiction. They need another hit from you. They need to be around you. And I'm sorry if I'm triggering those of you who do have substance use issues. It's just that this is the message that is coming through. And with the songs that you got as well, this person is just really like, whoa, infatuated with you. So I'm going to get some initials and papers, and then we'll get some messages from the universe as well. So initials for group two, please, Spirit, and perhaps some other messages. Okay, link. Oh, you didn't get a lot. All right. We have, is that an M? It could be an M, it could be a W. So it could be, I just heard William for some reason. M or W. We have a P. Not a lot of initials today. We have an E. Oh, I just heard everything. We have an R. And we have an F. Wild. All right, so you have two messages from the universe. We have that would hurt. Words do hurt. That would hurt. They are worried about opening up to you right now. They don't think that they could bear that. If they actually, if you rejected them, holy heck, group two, if you rejected them, literally, they feel like they wouldn't, oh my God. I don't even, it's just a really heavy feeling. They don't even like to think about it, to be honest, but that's the truth of it all, is that you are this fantasy person that they love to just obsess and think about, and it's getting to a point where they can't do it anymore. Like they need to action it. They're so impatient, they just want you. But there is this fear that, this fear of rejection that is really causing them to hold back right now and to doubt their success. We have September. I'm grateful for my wisdom. So remember, this whole journey is like designed to bring this person closer to their spirituality, their faith, whatever that means for them. September for me is the month of Virgos. I know it is shared with Leo, but I really consider September to be a Virgo month. And it feels like your person has gained a lot of wisdom and will gain a lot of wisdom the more they allow this journey to unfold for them. Okay, so I'm going to get some cards from Spirit. Spirit, what is the advice here for group two? What is the advice for group two, please? What is the advice for group two, Spirit? Oh, hello. We have listen. Listen, the High Priestess card again. Intuition, secrets. Ooh, I just heard the occult as well. Oh my gosh, some of you guys are using very magical methods to get this person to listen to themselves. Anyway, this is more about listening to your intuition, listening to that inner voice, and listening to your heart as well. sometimes, you know, if we're really connected with people, and you may be feeling frustrated, if only this person would actually open their heart to me, it could be that you are attracting exactly what you're putting out there. So Spirit is indicating you need to listen to your heart, allow your heart space to be open, and really follow your intuition on this one. But I feel like opening your heart and leaving your heart space open to this person will allow this person to feel comfortable enough to open up to you. It feels like they are having to really risk a lot in order to move towards you, and they're so terrified that all of that risk will be for nothing if you do end up rejecting them. I don't think you will, but it just feels like you're actually also keeping your heart space under lock and key for fear of being vulnerable and risking being vulnerable for nothing. And I know that it's hard to hear that your person is so physically obsessed right now when maybe you want more from them. But honestly, if they are, that's the way, I don't like to say that, but that's the way that they're able to receive information, if that makes sense. I know that sounds terrible, but like, the universe is trying to give them synchronicities and messages on how to get out of this. And one of the main things that they're doing is distorting those messages into sexualized fantasies. So when the universe is sending them dreams about you, like this is how you move towards your person's mind is twisting them into this sexual fantasy instead. And the universe is like, oh my God, well, they got the message, but they kind of just went 100 there instead. So it's not like they don't feel those things about you. It's not like their heart isn't open and vulnerable to you. It's just that they are at the moment really distorting that energy, because the devil energy is like the shadow aspects of the Lovers as well. Both cards are 6, but at the moment they're just imbalanced, and they aren't it's not that they aren't feeling strongly towards you, it's just that they're really feeling strongly towards you, and they need to be more balanced. So with this 2 here, it's about trusting your intuition, listening to the messages you're receiving, listening to your heart, and allowing yourself to just be available to that information as it is received as well. Your person is distorting that information right now, and it could be that you are as well, group 2. Now we have balance here. So it is about balancing that energy, okay? The passion is there. God knows the passion is there. The emotion is also there. But at the moment there is an imbalance because it's been distorted. That energy has become really heavy, and it's just because the heart space has almost become locked here. There is fear, I feel, on both sides, fear of opening up, and I do think that you're going to have this opportunity to communicate and to see each other and to understand this situation better. But if the 2 of you are in this distorted, obsessive behavior, obsessive energy, I don't think you're going to get the outcome that you want. You're going to get the outcome that you're attracting. And it's really important that in that moment you do allow yourself to open up, and you do allow your heart space to be open to receive as well. I do think you're going to get a moment of balancing, but with this card, this is really the Temperance card. It's about being really aware of your energy and what you're putting out there, because you are attracting. This is literally the law of attraction card. You are attracting exactly what you're putting out there. And if you are also really stuck in your sexual fantasies right now, then that is exactly what you're going to get. And unfortunately, that emotional moment may not be there. It may pass. You are going to have that opportunity soon, so it is important that you continue to put out the energy you wish to receive. Group 2, Spirit, what is the advice for Group 2? Oh, I knew this was going to come out because it was flashed to me that many times. I shuffled this deck between groups as well, and it came out, so I had a feeling We have rebuild here, tower moment, sudden unexpected change. Now, ironically, this is usually a scary card. I don't think it is in your case. I'm seeing solar plexus. I'm seeing the crown chakra. This woman is also holding her heart. I'm seeing angels like with those wings. There's guidance, there's security, there's safety. There's an opportunity to rebuild something here. It's going to be sudden. It's going to be unexpected. I feel like the fear of this card is in the moment. This opportunity is going to really surprise the both of you. At one point, it was all that you could think about, and then all of a sudden it's there, and you're like, oh my God, what the hell do I do? This isn't exactly like I rehearsed it in my head. What do I do? What do I say? What if they don't say anything? Do they even want to talk to me? Like, don't let fear overcome that situation. The chance to rebuild will be there. It's almost like a reconciliation in your case. It could destroy this connection, or it could simply destroy the illusions around this connection, which is what it is intended to do. With this rebuild card here in the upright position, this is an opportunity to destroy the illusions and the false perceptions that surround this connection. This idea that the two of you don't feel the same way about each other. This idea that you're not going to be able to sustain a connection. This fear of being vulnerable for only to be rejected, you know, and it's going to be an opportunity to destroy those false perceptions if you allow it to, but it's going to be very bloody powerful and very unexpected. It's exciting though. Holy heck. I'm so excited for you, group 2. We have heal here, the star card. Now this was actually shown to me reversed, but somehow while I was talking about the tower, it ended up in the upright position. So we do have a progression here, okay? We started with the 2, the high priestess, went over to temperance here with balance, number 14, and now we're at the tower, which is a 16, rebuilding, and we ended with heal, the star card. So it really feels like the key here, your key advice from spirit is to maintain faith, because your person is also trying to maintain faith. Whatever that means for them, they are actually quite a spiritual, intuitive person. And they are trying to maintain hope and faith in this situation. But you are the guiding source here, group 2. You're the guiding light. All signs lead to you. And I know that that can be a big responsibility, but it is also a huge advantage because you are the awakened one. You're the one who's aware of what's going on, and you have the power to offer this powerful rebuild here, this reconciliation. You have the power to lead this connection back into union by balancing your energy and really listening to your heart space, listening to your intuition. You are the healing energy in this connection, and you aren't required to heal your person. You're just required to continue to heal yourself and allow yourself to stay open here. Maintain that hope and faith. That is your biggest advice. You are the guiding star in this connection. And your bottom deck energy is trust, which is the Fool card. There will be a powerful new beginning, but it requires you to continue to have trust in your spirit guides, trust in the universe, trust in God if that's who you believe in, but most of all, trust yourself, okay? Trust that this situation will reach a powerful rebuild, reconciliation, renewal, essentially. And it's about following your heart, allowing your heart to be open. So group 2, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that offered you the information you need in order to move forward in this connection, and as well just to make the informed decision on what to do next. Please look after yourself, group 2. Your person is very much invested in you. They've got a lot going on. But honestly, divine intervention, I feel like the wheel is spinning in your favor. Do your best to, you can only do what we can do. Some days are easier than others. Some days are really tricky. Look after yourself, and I will see you in another video. Bye. Hi, group 3, and welcome. If you chose this wooden peg, then, I should say clothes peg. If you chose this wooden clothes peg, then this is your reading. So today we are asking Spirit about your person, specifically how they're feeling towards you and if they have any messages they want to share with you. So, what was I going to say? I hope you did choose this reading with a specific person in mind. Otherwise, I guess it's going to be a lucky dip as to who comes through. We do have songs for you as well in the description box. You have 2 songs because the first song that came out for you was super surprising, if I'm honest. I was like, wow, oh my gosh, really? So I ended up getting you another song. There may be messages in those lyrics, or for whatever reason that artist or that song may be significant to you. So I'm going to get your tarot first. We're using the Animal Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. I'm started putting the decks in the description box anyway, just in case you guys want to know. Okay, so group 3, Spirit, what does group 3's person wish to share with them today? Can I get channeled messages from group 3's person? Group 3's person, Spirit. Oh yeah. Which one? You have the Unity card in reverse, which is the Hierophant card. Group 3's person, Spirit. What does Group 3's person want to say? Group 3's person. We have the Hermit card, and we have the Temperance card reversed. Interesting. Can I get 6 more, please, Spirit, for Group 3? 6 more cards. What does Group 3's person want to say? We have the 8 of Swords reversed underneath the Unity card. We have the 7 of Pentacles reversed underneath the Hermit. Can I get more cards, please, for Group 3? What does their person want to share with them today? What does Group 3's person want to say? 3 more, please, for Group 3. 3 more, please. Holy heck. Alright, I will take these 2 because, oh, there's the 2. And this one, I'll glance at the others, but I don't think I'll take them. Alright, so you also had the Ace of Winter and the Empress card as well, Group 3. I'm going to chuck those on the back though. Bottom deck energy for you is the Queen of Spring, this beautiful Persian cat. Oh, this looks so precious. Alright, so that's interesting. Oh my gosh, let's get into this. Alright. I feel like I need to apologize to you because I haven't been as available to you as I wanted to be. I feel like there's just so much more that I need to understand. I'm in a position now where I don't want to be away from you anymore. I really want to move towards you. I feel like I haven't been able to be available to you. Honestly, the truth is that I've been trying to get more understanding about myself. I kind of knew how I felt about you, but it just felt like what was missing was how I feel about me, if that makes sense. And I needed to understand more about why I kind of do these things and why I seem to have these patterns in my life that always present themselves to me. And at the moment, I'm kind of in a situation where I'm trying to figure out what I want and how to get that without hurting you, if that makes sense. It's not that I don't want a commitment. It's just that I'm currently having a little bit of an identity situation. I'm having a little bit of like an existential crisis almost, trying to figure out why I'm on this earth and what I want to do with my life. It's quite a big situation to be in, and I honestly maybe you won't even recognize me when you see me again, because it just feels like I'm really becoming a completely different person to the person that I was when we first met. I also want to let you know that I do plan on communicating with you soon. In the past, I kind of let my own fear hold me back from talking with you, full stop, but also showing you and moving towards you. It was all kind of clouded and limited with my own fear. And I'm in a position now where I don't want to let fear ruin my life anymore. I want my happiness, and I want to make you happy. I want to show you how much you mean to me. You are something that is so precious, and you're this beautiful dream come true that I've kind of used in a way to help me get through this really tricky situation, these really difficult times. I've really kept you at the forefront of my mind as this guiding force to help get me out of this horrible, tricky situation that I've been in. So I just want to say again that what I'm going through is not a reflection of how I feel about you. In fact, you are this dream that has been motivating me to want to ask these questions, to want more for myself, and to really want to know what my future holds. I'm really doing my best to sort of create a strong person, someone who can be strong for themselves as well as someone who can be strong for the people they care about. And I really do care about you. I'm using this time to just really think about my life in general, if I'm honest. And you are someone who is constantly weaving in and out of my brain. I often think about you with a smile on my face, if I'm honest. You're someone who just makes me so happy. And I use those moments alone to wonder what our life will be like in the future and what kind of future we'll share together, what that means for us and how to move forward from here. I feel like I can't keep doing this for very long, though, if I'm honest. I feel a responsibility to come forward and to really just put this plan in action. I'm almost like a victim of my circumstances at the moment, though. I do feel quite limited in what I can do. I do have a responsibility at the moment that is taking up a lot of time and energy, and I know that it's put you in a position where it's almost like I'm expecting too much from you. I just want to let you know that you mean a lot to me, and I never want to make you feel less than the amazing person that you are. I honestly never meant to keep you waiting this long, and I feel like I need to apologize to you for that. But there is just a lot that I'm figuring out in my life right now. I don't need to figure us out. I know I keep going back to this, but I really do feel so strongly about you, so connected to you, and just really, really aware of how much you mean to me. I know that at the core of everything, there's just you and me, and that we're simply meant to be together. And I always feel you with me, no matter how far I am from you, or no matter how long it's been since I've seen you, how long it's been since I've been able to talk to you. I just feel so connected to you, and I get chills in a good way. It's like a warm and fuzzy yet goosebump feeling when I think about you. You make me feel so happy, and you make my heart space feel so full. I think about you all the time. You're very special, and I know you don't need me, but I like to think that you also think about me in that way as well. I do feel like this connection is imbalanced. I feel like the longer I'm away, the more I need to get back to you, if that makes sense. I feel like we need to really work on bringing this reality this dream into reality. I don't have a lot of self-control when it comes to you. So in the beginning, it was just easier to stay away because I knew that timing just wasn't right, and that there were things that we had to sort out in our lives, or at least I had to sort some things out in my life. I do have a responsibility at the moment that does take up a lot of time and energy, and I feel like I can't give you as much energy as I wish I could. I know that this connection is really imbalanced at the moment. In terms of the future, in terms of what I want happiness. I want emotional fulfillment. I want to invest beautiful moments into this connection, and I want to create something that we both can feel proud of as well. I want to know how you feel, and I want you to know how I feel. I want this to be our future. I want us to feel like we don't need to prove anything. We simply understand and know how each other feels. And I really do. I really want to just like hold you and apologize to you for how I've treated you up until this moment as well. I think I could have just made it a lot easier on you. I've really been going through a lot, and I know that's no excuse, but I want to make it up to you, and I really want this happiness for us. I'm really trying my best to be this powerful person for you, this powerful creator. I want to manifest a new beginning. I want to manifest you back into my life, and I really want us to be each other's ride or die situation. I know that this is out of our control in some ways, that this situation is bigger than the two of us, but when I can and however I can, I'm really trying to get back to you, and I'm trying to bring this situation back in to balance as well. So group 3, that is what I'm seeing for you. Gosh, your person is, holy heck, a very ethereal, spiritual person, like just very much aware of I don't know, they've had a spiritual awakening, that's for sure. Oof, just chills, literal chills. This is quite an intense person, if I'm honest. Very intense, very controlled, very balanced. Like, I couldn't pick up genders, whereas the other two piles had very strong inclinations towards a specific, like, whether feminine, masculine. This is someone who's very balanced. They exhibit both feminine and masculine qualities. They are someone who has gone through some real challenging situations, and they've come out stronger because of it. They also have this awareness and this understanding of if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and that like, they just are very keen manifester, if that makes sense. They are manifesting you, and I'm not just using that word lightly. With this Magician card and the Unicorn card here, it's this feeling of like, they're very much aware of how to manifest, and they're doing everything possible to make it happen in the best possible way. So literally believe in the impossible with this connection. This is Spirit really trying to help this person too, because they are incredibly powerful. One thing I forgot to touch on was your bottom deck energy being the Queen of Spring. So this to me is just... I feel like you're doing a lot as well to manifest this into your reality, but it is this key law of attraction feeling where your person is just really trying to elevate their energy to attract the best possible outcome. And they're really doing their best to not forget what drives them towards you, if that makes sense. Like, it is physical, but it's this energetic pull, this magnetism. I'm just getting this feeling of like two magnets being pulled together, and it's like nothing on this earth is able to stand between you now. It's just this incredible magnetism. At the bottom here, it says, don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. So it does feel like you are just literally pulling each other together. And it's interesting because the Queen of Wands usually has a black cat on around her, but in this case it's a white cat with two little white kittens. So it does feel like your person may have children in their life, I'm not gonna lie. They just have like this other responsibility that is taking up a lot of their time, but they're doing their best to get back to you, and they're doing their best to be around you again and to have that opportunity to tell you how they feel. All right, so I'm going to get you some more messages over here for Group 3's person. Spirit, what would Group 3's person say to them if they could say anything? What would Group 3's person say to them if they could say anything? They have, I'm open to compromise. This is the Two of Cups. This is somebody who is wanting to stand tall next to you. They want you to feel strong as well. They want to move towards you as an independent, strong individual, recognizing that you are the same. This compromise could mean that there is some serious stuff in your life that you both need to work around, but they're willing to do that. they're willing to overcome that in order to be with you. It does indicate a slow new beginning, perhaps just being reacquainted with one another as friends first before you progress into anything else. It is just this feeling of wanting to be open, though, wanting to be open to a new beginning with you. It feels like the two of you do already have a strong connection, though. I don't know if that's because you have been together before, or if you've been friends for a while, or if you just know each other so well on a soul, spiritual level. It just has this inner feeling of like just knowing each other so well already. So we have the Four of Cups here. Will you choose me? So this person is trying their best to remain hopeful, but there is this concern that you may have other options in your life right now, and there's this confusion, not necessarily confusion, but a little bit of fear that you may not consider this person as an option, and they kind of want to make that correct. They want to prove or show to you that they are one of your options, if that makes sense. They really want to step up and be one of your options. So group 3's person, what would they say to them if they could say anything? Oh my God, look at that. We have, I'm sorry. Your person is very sorry. Honestly, I think I apologize like 3 times, and I'm the kind of person who I'm very mindful of who and when I apologize. Who I apologize to, when I'm apologizing, and what I apologize for. So it was weird to be so apologetic. Like, your person is very, very balanced in terms of their energy, feminine, masculinity. They just really feel like they should have done more to make you feel more secure and to show you how much they appreciate and feel strongly towards you as well. It feels like they took you for granted, group 3. They took your love for granted. It's like they always felt strongly towards you, but for whatever reason, they left you with this impression that they didn't care about you as much as they do. And their feelings for you have only grown over time as well. It really feels like they're at a point now where they're ready to burst at the seams. With that balance card reversed, they have no self-control. Their energy is maxed out. Their cup is overflowing for you. And they just feel like they need to apologize because they weren't always aware of that in the beginning. And they need to tell you that they're sorry that they couldn't be there when you needed them the most. Group 3's person, please. We have, I'm obsessed with your body. So I was like, they come from a high and mighty place, but with that self-control reversed, this is somebody who does think about you physically quite a lot. Also, I just realized what your 2 songs were. I just realized that the first song was that really confusing song. So honestly, it feels like for quite some time, your person let their daily life just get the better of them. They didn't always think so highly of themselves. They were kind of in a position before where they felt like they didn't have a lot to offer. It's not that they were struggling with insecurities, it could have been, but more than anything, they were struggling with self-worth, group 3. They weren't really able to give you anything because they didn't have anything to give you. And that first song that you got really talks about someone who like grew up in a housing estate, who was surrounded by very low vibrational energy in their upbringing. They had to fight to be the person that they are. They were always told, this is all you're going to be, this is all you're going to amount to. And they've had to really overcome that in order to be in this position where they are a strong individual with a lot to offer you. They've had to really overcome a lot of adversity and a lot of limitations. I just heard the word gentrification, so I don't know if that's specific or that might be tied in for some of you. Your person just feels like they've had to overcome a lot in order to be a strong person, and they didn't have much to offer you when they first came to know you. Anyway, we'll get some more messages for you. Group 3's person. What would Group 3's person say to them, Spirit? Oh my God, I've got to go get that. I'm going to get one more card for you, and then I'm going to have to pause it and get that card. I still don't have all the answers. So this is the High Priestess card. Group 3, this is this idea that the outcome of the situation is out of their hands. They are listening to their intuition. They're not making active movements towards you. They're waiting for a sign to make a move. They're waiting for timing to align. They're kind of just waiting for more information to come to them. And with that Unity card up here in reverse, that's actually the Hierophant card. It's not that they don't want union. That's a complete opposite. It's just that they don't have all the answers here. They need more information. They're waiting for that wisdom to come to them. They're waiting for that opportune moment to come to them. I'm going to get your other card. I'll be right back. Okay, so group 3, your other card that literally flew on the ground was the Six of Wands, sex with you. So your person wants to advance this connection primarily. That's what the Six of Wands represents. It talks about a succession, wanting balanced energy. Your person wants to come back to you. This can talk about a hero who's been away for quite some time on conquests, also like just general life missions, life paths, fighting wars, overcoming adversity, and then coming back in order to offer more hope to the community. And the community celebrates their hero for saving them and protecting them. And it's just this feeling of like this even give and take of energy. And it's not that your person wants you to see them as a hero, but they do hope that you hold them in as much high regard as they do for you, and they want to have this moment of celebration with you when the energy can be balanced and they can sort of tell you about their stories and explain where they've been and why they've been away for so long. They do hope that it eventuates in a passionate renewal for this card to come up. There is a lot of sexual energy for you lingering in the background. They want to advance this connection into the physical sense as well with this card. This is just generally talking about balancing the connection overall in every sense of the word. Your bottom deck energy was I am terrified. I am terrified, the Nine of Swords. So they have been trying to keep their fears separate from this connection. They haven't wanted to let that change anything in terms of like this person is very aware that like they're a keen manifester. They know what they're doing. They're very concerned that their imbalances are going to hinder the progression of this connection. Although their intention is to move it forward, they do feel like they have blockages in their life right now. And it's not necessarily fear about you, but with the Nine of Swords, there is fear that they may be running out of time almost. I think that they have troubles with sleeping as well at the moment. There is like lingering anxiety in their life that kind of just rests below the surface, and they're doing their best to overcome this. It's not something that is debilitating. In fact, with that Eight of Swords reversed, they're really, really focused on switching their perspective right now, and they're trying to be forward thinking, and they're trying to instigate positive forward movement as well. They're really trying to progress in every sense of the word, not only with this connection, but in their daily life as well. So I'm going to get you some initials and some messages. Group 3, please, Spirit. What do we have for Group 3? Okay, I think I've got a lot for you. Holy heck. Group 1 got nothing. Group 2 got a little bit. And you guys got just the world. You got everything. All right, so we have the letter Q. We have the letter L, which may be significant for you. We have the letter R. Oh, my nose. Excuse me. I always film these videos in the morning, and my sinuses are shocking. Oh, when I first wake up. We also had rain this morning, so that doesn't help me. We have the letter M. It could also be a W. Honestly, I should have made a way to distinguish between the two, but I didn't. We have another M/W, so this person could have 2 letters in their name. In one of their names, we have the letter Y. I don't know why I just heard RY. We have a H or an H, however you say it. We also have an E here. And we've got messages from the universe and also from your person. So the first one is December. So your person could be a Capricorn. We have, I am grateful for my hard work. Your person has been really making strides towards bettering themselves as an individual, as well as like in general, like with this connection. They've been in the past distracted with their work situation or some sort of responsibility. They are quite a practical person, so I feel like they've been making a lot of strides recently to really sort of ground their dreams and the reality into their dreams into their reality. It just feels like, though, that your person is someone who is persistent and patient. They're not going to give up. And that they may appear distant. Capricorn people aren't notorious for expressing how they feel. They sometimes hold their emotions below the surface. They can appear cold initially, but I think you'd be very surprised to discover how deep these feelings flow. So we have same. Literally, I was talking about feelings. So this message to me is about requited, balanced, even, equal, mirrored love, like just feeling the same, feeling those feelings literally moving in an infinity symbol, like between the two of you, just back and forth, even, give and take. Those feelings are mutual. They are the same. We also have February. I'm grateful for my love. So February is the first month of Pisces. This is also an intuitive feeling with this card. The month February may be significant for you, but it is also sort of giving me that energy of the Two of Cups. Just like this balanced energy, this strong individuals coming together energy, this expression, balancing in every sense of the word, you know, this connection, literally having that moment to show and tell each other how much you feel. We have I wish. So this is someone who does daydream about your future together. They also think about, you know, the opportunity of how to tell you how they feel, how to show you how they feel. This is quite a whimsical soul. They are very precious. Like they kind of like look one way and then they are a different way in the inside. This is someone who daydreams a lot. They fantasize a lot. They are being very deeply impacted by this Neptune retrograde, and this is a timeless reading, but your person has had like a reality check recently where they're wanting to make all of their dreams come true, and they're actually achieving a lot of them as well. So they're becoming even more hopeful that this situation is going to become even more or one of those dreams that also becomes a reality. We have June here, karmic partner. So June, I think the first month of June is, June is the first month in Cancer. But karmic partner could be very specific for some of you. Perhaps in the past, what kind of came between you was another relationship or another responsibility, another situation that had to be at the forefront. And these opportunities aren't an opportunity to be jealous. They shouldn't be an opportunity to feel less than or to really feel challenged in terms of your self-worth. But for whatever reason, that situation had to happen first before the two of you could have come together. Regardless, it's kind of confirmation that your person has responsibilities at the moment that they've got to take care of, or they could have let other responsibilities get the better of them in the past and take priority over this connection in the past. I feel like they're trying to restructure and reorganize their life to make more room for you, though, really. They're wanting success here. And we have November. I am grateful for my fears. November. What is November? That's like Sagittarius. Holy heck. So I do feel like the unexpected is to be expected here. But it's also just about knowing or appreciating the journey of this connection as well. Your person has had to overcome a lot of adversity. There's been a lot here that has really shown them the truth of their situation and this relationship as well. I'm grateful for my fears. Perhaps this connection wasn't something that they felt they could embrace. For whatever reason, there may have been like very obvious obstacles between you, and they had to really overcome that perception. It's almost like that obstacle wasn't real. It was the fear that was limiting them. So group 3, Spirit, what is the advice for group 3? We have dedicated effort reversed. Oh, interesting. Let me get all your cards out. We have the Empress in the upright. Can I get some more advice for group 3, please, Spirit? Advice for group 3. Oh. Advice for group 3, please. Oh, hello. We have the 5 of Cups, and I'm just going to get you... Actually, I don't think I should. Your bottom deck energy is the Ace of Cups reversed. Love abounds. Oh, my days. Why is that reversed, Spirit? It's that confirmation. Did you guys get that card? No, they didn't. Why is the Ace of Cups reversed? It almost feels like now is the time to really just focus on balancing with that manifestation card. It's similar to the message with group 1, I think. With the sadness and isolation card being underneath that, it's almost like that opportunity is coming. So it's almost like foreshadowing, if I'm honest, or what's the word, like a forewarning. Not foreshadowing, but like a forewarning. If you want to be successful with this new opportunity in love, you really need to make sure that you don't let what happened in the past limit you. With this 3 of Swords, this sadness and isolation, it is time to heal that pain. Please do not let that fear or that pain limit you from progressing here into something that is going to be quite beautiful. It's going to be quite balanced, because we had the same there. So this isn't an unrequited love situation. It's just that this opportunity for a new beginning in love is coming, and unless you do heal that pain from the past and you overcome that fear of what happened in the past, unless you allow yourself to be open, you're going to miss that opportunity, because this 3 of Swords talks about overthinking a situation to the point where the fear stops you from healing. It's like that physical pain is healed, but the thought of it is making that pain still feel real. I think that the main issue here is allowing yourself to be open when this new beginning presents. The first card we had for you was the 8 of Pentacles reversed. This usually talks about working on something or working towards something. So for this card to show up reversed, it's almost like something is switching lanes. Spirit is indicating that the time to be practical, or there's something going on with your effort. Why? I'm still a little bit confused. I'm not going to lie. I might clarify with this, Spirit. Why do you want the 8 of Pentacles reversed here? Why do you want the 8 of Pentacles reversed? Fixation, big love, strong. Oh, interesting. Thought bound, another 8. So Spirit is saying that there's a lot happening in the background here. The love for you hasn't changed. Despite what you've seen, there's a lot going on in the background, okay? I feel like you're not seeing the effort that your person is putting in. That is why this card is reversed, because it was clarified by the 8 of Swords, which usually indicates like a situation where you've let your fears get the better of you and you don't see a way out. You don't see what is happening, essentially. You don't see the truth. The truth is you are adored. There is so much love for you here, and there is so much going on in the background. It's really important that you don't let your perception of what is happening limit the actual potential of this connection. Spirit is indicating that you need to focus on what you do have. You need to really work through that pain of what happened in the past. If there wasn't any pain, if you're feeling very strong, then this is confirmation to continue in this positive mindset where you are focusing on what you do have. You're trying to stay present. You're focusing on those little moments, those opportunities for simple pleasure, for childlike fun, and just the daily, starting small. I said this for group 1 as well, so I don't know if you were torn between groups, but it's the energy of like, if you are going through it and you're having a really hard time and you can't focus on being all 100% love and light, then at least just focus on trying to stay positive. You wake up, and if the bigger picture is huge and intimidating and overwhelming, then at least try to stay positive, because you starting your day with a negative attitude in turn creates a whole negative day because you're only attracting negativity then. So if you can't focus on the larger task at hand, Spirit is indicating that when you wake up, the main thing you should be focusing on is trying to stay positive and trying to keep your perception positive, because you are creating something here. With this Empress card, you are the one in control of this connection, and what you are creating is becoming your reality. You have the ability to nurture something here with this person, but also with yourself. You are creating your reality. And what you put out is what you're going to get back here with this Empress card. You are a very keen creator. Where your person is manifesting, you are literally creating. So it's almost like if you were confronted by everything you say, everything you think, and everything you do, what would you be looking at? You know, just a moment to really ground yourself and be aware of what you are projecting into the universe. Spirit is reminding you to just be kind to yourself with this card. It is this feeling of self-nurturing, self-love, self-respect, and just really taking time for yourself. You're not expected to extend yourself to others here. Just really focus on your own energy. I feel like I need to show you the bottom deck energy. So we have an offer coming. It is slow and steady. I feel like it's just other things are interfering at the moment, but there is a lot of love for you here, and there's an understanding for how things have gotten in the way in the past there. So group 3, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that was information that helped you move forward in your situation, or was able to at least help you make some informed decisions about this connection or what to do. Look after yourself, stay positive if you can, you know, focus on the little things. One step at a time, group 3. I'll see you in another video. Bye.